century-old unsolved axe murder, 8 people hacked to death, has intrigued 21st century forensic scientists and investigators and produced a fascinating documentary. We'll talk about that and a lot more coming up.
Father Josiah Moore, the mother Sarah, and their 4 children, 11-year-old Herman Montgomery, 10-year-old Mary Catherine, 7-year-old Arthur, and the youngest child, Paul, age 5. Anna Mae Stillinger, age 8, and Lena Gertrude Stillinger, age 12. Two main theories to the bacon found wrapped in a cloth. The first is that the killer meant to steal it when they left. The other theory was that the slab of bacon had been used by the killer as an artificial vagina, judging from the way they positioned the Stillinger sisters, and that the bacon was next to them.
Town in Iowa was a main stop on a railway line. Was one of the theories that there literally could have been a serial killer back there moving along the railways that happened onto this home and this family? There was also a reverend described as sexually perverted, a bit crazy. Tell me about the Reverend Kelly.
It said that nobody woke up during the murders. Some believe the killer may have drugged their food so they would stay asleep while the killings took place. Another theory is that the killer delivered a single blow to their heads that was powerful enough to kill on the first strike, and then went back to the parents' room a second time to bludgeon their faces. Mansfield was acquitted of the charges when his payroll records proved he was in Illinois during the time of the Villisca murders. Mansfield later sued Detective Wilkerson and received $2,225. Kelly was tried twice, and both juries found him not guilty. Jury members, along with many other people in Villisca County, still believe that somehow Frank Jones was behind the murder, and somehow used his influence to frame a mentally ill man. Kelly also had a bruise on his cheek during trial, which jurors thought he had gotten during interrogation. He was only 5'2" and 119 pounds, with a quiet and calm personality. They didn't think Kelly mentally or physically fit the criteria for the crimes committed at Villisca. While he was never found guilty of the Villisca murders, he served 36 years of a life sentence for the killing of his mother and grandma.
I understand they had a fingerprint expert from Leavenworth sort of shows up drunk, tried to actually do some fingerprints, but
he did really a fairly extensive examination of the site. He couldn't find any fingerprints. It had been contaminated. Maybe 100 people went through the site.
The investigations lasted for many years, but as time went on, the murder became a cold case.